Good evening, everybody. Okay. Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Emmanuel. I don't know if you can hear me loud and clear from your end.
I can hear you, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect. How are you doing? Happy Sunday to you.
The best too. I wish the best.
Thank you. So, look like we'll just start up immediately. I don't know. This one people ain't online yet. I think we'll just start up now. Then if they join in, then they'll continue from where we stop. Because we're supposed to have this yesterday and then today. And they were going to have it on Saturday. Yeah, this week Saturday and the next week Sunday.
Okay,
The
okay.
two of them. So today we'll be touching HTML. I know that I know that someone was attending as Austin was doing some little teachings in the class in the group chat. Was it last week or last 2 weeks?
Last 2 weeks, I think. Yeah.
Okay, last 2 weeks. So I told him that we need to create a particular day, a particular time to whereby we'll teach it very, very well. The people that are interested will now come together and then will understand it very well. Because many people were actually confusing. Some people actually understanding too, and he's really trying. I really give thanks to him too.
Yes,
So
yes.
we'll just kick off due to time, Sha. So we'll kick off. So I will just start with the basics for now, and then we'll be moving from there gradually. So I'll start with introduction to HTML, how to create HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and what everything is all about, and how they all function. So before I start, I don't know. Okay, am I with your laptop? No, not yet.
I'm with my sis owns. With her own.
Perfect. Okay, okay. Do you have this app installed, VS Code?
Visual Studio, yes.
Okay, so I'm back. Okay, so you have Visual Studio Code installed. Okay, that's perfect. So I will start with showing how to create a HTML file. Do you know how to create a HTML file? Okay, so let me start with how to create a HTML file. So first of all, you create a normal file. And that's depending on your location you want to create it in. You want to create it in your desktop, which is in this background over here, or you want to create it in your file, your PC, in your local storage. You can also do it there. So normally I have a particular folder where I normally drop all my codes inside. So I created a folder named code. So you can also create a folder named code, and then you can down drop all your code. Any folder to be easy for everything to be organized. So I have a folder named code. So inside the folder named code, you start by creating a folder. Then let's name this folder. Let's just say intro to HTML. It's intro to HTML. Then we'll save it and then open that same folder and then create a file that's text document and then write HTML. Sorry, write index.html. There's actually two ways to do it. You can do it like this, or if you do it like this in a default system that they have not configured, they will tell you that it has invalid invalid extension, meaning that you cannot name a file with HTML. You can only name it with exe, a few other stuff too, that the system knows. I cannot name it with HTML, that you have not given the permission to authorize to change the file extension name. So what you do, you come to this three dots, click on property, and then security. Sorry, security. I don't think it was decided. I think it's from local disk. Yeah, so this is it actually. So in case if you try to put yours to be HTML and the thing didn't work, that's because of you have not enabled the extension. So you come here to property, click on advanced, then allow files to this allow files in this folder to have content index in addition to the file property. So if you click this, then it will now work. You can now press OK and then apply. So the other way of doing this is by opening your VS Code. Okay, so I'm opening my VS Code now. So the other way is open your VS Code and then create a folder. For example, I have code as my this thing. So you can just create a folder and name it code where you can be storing all your code. So you can start like this, and then after creating a folder, I can write the name, maybe intro to tech, or maybe my first website, or maybe an app. After renaming the folder, you click on select folder, then it's open that folder for you. You can now come here, and then say create new file, and then write index.html, index.html, then save. Alright. So index.html. So you can also have like this in this dot at the back. It means extension. So it means what does the file mean? So they have. Okay, let me go to my file manager. So you see. Let me go to download. So you can see this type. That's what it means. So at the back of this one, it has dot .jpg, saying that this is an image file. So here has dot .cxe, meaning it's a text file. So this one has dot .exe, meaning it's an application. So they have different extensions. That's the type of the file. So inside VS Code, we also have different types of extensions. So you can say index.js for JavaScript, index dot I don't know if they have exe here. Okay, there's no exe here. So index dot C sharp. This one is for C language. So they have index dot PHP. That's for the language of PHP. So they have for Python too. I think that is PY. So we have HTML, which is HTML. So we have CSS, which is CS. CSS, sorry. We also have TypeScript. I think TypeScript is it CY? Yes. We also have for TypeScript, we also have for JavaScript, we have for so many, so they have different types. So for this extension, I'm going to be using HTML. So this is where our HTML code is going to be entering. So we'll delete this one. I'm not going to be using this one. So delete. I'm working with this one. So if you're using um VS Code, the code in there is very, very, very easy than using because there are many, many other code editor. I don't have previous one. I have so many that I installed, but this one is much easier. I have Notepad plus plus. Okay, I don't have Notepad. Okay, I have Notepad plus. Okay, I don't have it. So they have so many. They have Notepad plus plus. They have Sublime and different other. They even have this Google one too. Something gravity. That's auto gravity. Anti gravity for Google. So this one is for Microsoft, which is VS Code. So this one is easy. So guys, if you want to start with HTML, we have the boilerplate. So the boilerplate is actually the basic intro, or it's likely the necessary things that HTML flag should have. So how do you get the boilerplate? I'm going to use exclamation mark. So you use exclamation mark like this. That's it to bring a boilerplate. This exclamation mark will bring this end abbreviation. So this means boilerplate. So if you click enter, it bring a standard boilerplate for you. So without this, a website cannot function. Without this, HTML cannot function. A standard website needs this. These are very, very, very important. Even though you are using, even though you are using React, because we are still going to dive into React JS. So React JS, Next JS, so React Native and Next JS. So these are two framework built under JavaScript. So this JS is JavaScript, just like this just like HTML. So all of them are built under JavaScript. They're built under JavaScript. So JavaScript is a script language. It's different from HTML and CSS. HTML is just, like it's not a language, it's just a standard stuff using to create and edit website. CSS is a script. So it's not a script, sorry, it's a sheet, cascading sheet. So it's used to um give color, to design, to animate, to make website look beautiful. So JavaScript is not a main language. So JavaScript can use it to do basically almost everything. This is where the main coding language is. So these other ones are just structure, colors, basic stuff. Why this one is the JavaScript is the main language. So JavaScript, that's where you be seeing functions, that's where you see interaction. That way you can even do more animations from there, more interactive elements too from there. So that's what JavaScript is. Inside this Next.js and this React.js, are built under this JavaScript. So this JavaScript was used to build this to make HTML, CSS, and JavaScript a whole lot much easier. So it's very, very easy for them. So that it will be very, very, very easy for them. So inside this React.js is a different way of coding. So inside this Next.js is a different way of coding, but all of them still utilize this boilerplate, this index of system is very, very, very important. So in case you want to start a website, firstly, this thing will be involved. So let me break down what this thing actually means. So, yeah. So we start with this first one. So this is Dr. HTML. It's telling you that this is a language is being written in HTML. So we now have the second one, which is HTML lang equals to EN. So this is telling you that the website is in English. Then we have the head. So from here to here is the head. So what this head means is telling you that all these things, the things that are running behind the background, behind the website, sorry, these are the necessary information behind the website. So this one is how will I put it, the code, the encoding of how the website is going to be encoded before it will not be displayed. And this second one, viewport, is showing how the website is going to be viewed independent on the device. You can set it to be okay. This content, this viewport means that I want this website to be viewed in this device. So this width device width initial scale 1.0. What it means is that it should show in all devices that have width, and the device width should be minus this. So this is just like an instruction given. So you can actually set this to show only in a desktop view, and it will not work in a in a mobile phone. So if you open a link that the website created and you set it to a desktop view, it's just that this website is not compatible for this mobile device. That's because of this content is being set to a device, to a particular device. So now it's set to a default, which is all device, both the small ones, both the big ones, both even the larger screen too. So we come here to titles. What does title mean? So this is the main heading of your website. So we'll just name here to, let's see, my first website. Let's see my website. Yeah, my website. So this is going to be my website. So let me explain this title. So if you come to a, let me just say, start a standard website. So this event Luma you're seeing up here, this is the title. So this title here, that is the same title that is being written here. We also have one which is pave icon. So we'll talk about this one later. So this pave icon, so this pave icon, that is this link. You drop a link. I'll still explain all this in later. So what this one actually means is that you should display a little icon of your website, just like this Luma icon here, this Google Meet icon here, this Luma icon here too. You also go to other websites to look for, okay, all these little icons here, all this one over here, all of them are this favor icon, this favor icon. So that's what this link means. So there's still many more this side I can prevent. So this side is just information that the website needs, but it will not display in this background, this big background. It will just be displaying inside the website. It will just be showing little details. Then this title is also very, very good and very, very important because it helps in SEO. So SEO means search engine optimization. So what does search engine optimization means? It means it makes Google or any search engine to be easy to be able to find a website easily. For example, if I search in Google now, and also later, so a Google normal Google is a search engine. So Google, if you search anything in Google and you type in this is my first website, this is my website. If you type it very well with a very nice writing, or maybe that's how you put it, you're going to make Google to be able to identify you easy, faster, and then be ahead of your competitors too. That kind of thing. So there, Jem, good evening. I don't know if you can hear me very well. So we'll still
Yeah,
talk
good
about
evening. I
the
can hear
S.
you.
Okay. So we'll still talk about the SEO. So that one is very, very important in a website. That's to show how your website can be easily discovered if someone search it. That the person won't be scrolling to up to number 10 to find the website. Person can just see maybe one or two. That kind of thing. So when I move to these are just the basic. Then when I have the body. So this anything you show here will display. So anything you show here will be yeah, so anything you show here will be displayed in your website. So if you don't have, if you go to extension in VS Code, so what this extension means is little apps that supports VS Code. So you can use it to make your code easier, simpler, and the rest of them. So these are the apps I actually installed. So you can install this one. I don't know how many MB, but it's very, very small. So you can just download it and install. That is live server. So it's just a way to show your website, preview of your website, of what you're doing your website without launching it yet. So you can see, okay, this is what I'm doing and it's working. There's different method of actually seeing it, but this one is the most reliable and most easy. Very, very easy. So the first way is we can navigate to our, There's the place we open our this thing, our folder. Please we open our file. So let me go to my. See, this one is stressful. You have to go click on code, click on the website, then double tap on it, then it's open. So if I write anything here, my 09, and then I save it. Thank you. Then I save it. If I go to my code, I will have to refresh. If I go to the website, sorry, that's the one I opened for my file. This one that I created. So if I open it, I'll have to refresh this every second I make a change before it to affect. So that's why this one is the most hard one and the most difficult one. I have to be refreshing. So I have to be refreshing every time I make a change. So the second one is that live server. I think it's live server. Yeah, live server. So this one is very, very easy. This you can also download this one if you want to download it. This one is just you to format your code to make your code look more readable, more cleaner. But this one was next time. This one is a very, very important one. Live server. So once you install the live server, I don't know if you guys, Emma and Chidera, Emma, I don't know if you will you install it.
I installed the server on my own.
Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. Chidera, how about you?
Yes, I did.
Perfect. Okay, so if you want to activate the live server, it's very simple. You just come to this go live and then click it. It will now run little code and then it will start. Let me hide this stuff. Oh, there's no code in this. Okay, and it has open. So it's open a website for you with this having your IP code and then the name of the file there. So let me do this slide. Let me split screen this. So if I make any change here, let me say and then I save it automatically, it will come here. I don't need to refresh. I don't need to refresh or maybe go back to the app and the rest of them. It will just come here. Then another thing again you need to set in your VS Code is actually let me go to setting is to save. So most of us might not save. Yeah. So on focus. So what it means that once you just leave the app immediately to save, once your mouse is just leave this VS Code interface, it will save immediately. So I think maybe it's on off or I think it's on Windows thing. I don't know. But I think the on focus is actually the best. That's the one I'm using. So that's it for the body. So anything you display in the body is going to show you. So this is not code. This is just text. TXT. So this is TXT, which is equal to text. So this is not code at all. Whatever I'm doing here is showing here, but it's showing here in a default. So what it will do because of this UTF-8. So this UTF-8 is an encoder. They convert all this into code, send it to the website. The website will now de-encode it and then convert whatever you write there into this visible stuff you're seeing here. So this is just a default text. The default text will be black. It will be small. It will be like this. So there's nothing happening here. It's just a normal default text. So to start writing code, HTML elements inside here, there are various elements which we can use. So we have the heading, we have the paragraph, we have links, we have what else again? We have the divs and inputs and so many more. So these elements is what makes up a particular website. The website that has, okay, let me look for a standard website. Let's search for it. Let's see phone. Okay, let's use this. Which one is nice? Okay. For example, this is the standard website I made. So all these are HTML, CSS, and then JavaScript. If you want to use React, you can say all these are part of React elements. If you're using Next.js, you can use all these are Next.js elements. So all of them have HTML, CSS, and then JavaScript inside them. So this text here is HTML, the color is CSS, then why the functionality to submit, telling me to please fill out this form and the rest of them is JavaScript. So HTML, we have this, we have an input, we have an image too, to put image, because it's an image is there. To select these two, all of them is there. To submit, a submit button is there. So HTML is just to create all these stuffs. So let's head back to our code. Okay, so we have the H1 elements, which are the heading. Let me just say the heading. Okay, yeah, before I start, I will like to teach you guys comments. So comments, what is used to write just like this text that I was writing before. So it's used to write it, but so that it will not display in a website. You know, these ones will show. Right, this one is well. Okay, yeah, don't worry, don't worry. So all this will show here. So a comment is a text that will show in your virtual code, in your code editor, but it won't show in your website. So how to write a comment? You write it with this, then exclamation mark, then dash dash, then space, and you come here, dash dash, then greater than. So this is how to write a comment. So if I save this file now, you see there's no more here. It's in the code, but it's not in the browser. So this comment is used to write little information for your fellow developer to understand. Maybe I can write here, put a code here. You put a code. Okay, I will just write Rena put a code here. So I can just comment this. It's not showing the website. Maybe I might have other elements that is here, and I wanted to just put a particular code here. Maybe I don't know the code, or maybe you just want to add something to my particular code. I can just write this and then send it to you. Then you can now read this and be like, okay, you want me to put a code in this particular line, or you want me to add something here, or you just want me to check this. So this comment is just like a text, invisible text that doesn't show in the browser, but it shows in the editor. So yeah, I can write heading. You can also use it as example, you can use it as title, you can use it and do anything. So yeah, you can write heading. So this heading, we have different heading. We have H1 elements heading. We have H2, we have H3. It's what's wrong? Okay. Let's see. Okay. I don't this is not supposed to be deep. Sure, let's just leave it like that. This one should be H3. So we have H3, we have H4, we have H5. So let me see. So what all these means, wait, before I start, let me just tell you how to write a HTML code. So they have maybe three ways or three types to write HTML code. So we have the less than, the target down, and then also have this, and then we also have, I don't see to put anything inside. Also have this. Okay, yeah, I think it's basically the same thing. Okay, yeah. So also we have this. We have this too. So we have some codes have this opening and this closing. And some code have only this closing. Some code doesn't even have closing, just have only opening. So these are like the two ways for HTML. So inside here, these are like the open and closing tag. These and this HTML has this thing. CSS own is after writing dot name of the app, then we'll give it a bracket and then write the code we want to write. Let's just say color. Then green. So this CSS way of writing CSS. Then JavaScript one is not the complicated one, which we have we give it a variable and then say maybe is equals to 10. Then this is JavaScript. So this HTML, this CSS, this JavaScript. So if you master how to navigate towards this, to write code won't be that difficult for you. What will just be a problem is now logic. How to do this, how to do that, but how to write the code won't be difficult for you at all. So we'll start with this one. We'll still come with this ones later. So these are the two ways. So we have this. So by writing an element here, writing the same element here, and then writing a text here. So let's do it like this. Let me make this fun. We'll go talk later. So let me write elements. Element of tag. Okay, let's see. This is my tag. This is my element. Okay. So this is the first. Okay, it's this. My battery. How do I get my power bank? Okay, I'm back. My laptop has to show the put on flash. That's it. Okay. Okay, so I'm back. So this is how to write HTML element. HTML, this is how to write it. So in this single element, this should be tag. Tag. Later on, I'll teach you shortcuts in VS Code, how to write fast shortcuts so it will be easy for you. So this is how to write HTML elements. This is how to write HTML elements. So here we'll have H1. Let's see, for example, H1. We'll have our text. Let's just say mine. Then we'll have closing H1. So this should be closing tag. Closing tag. What? So we have the tag here, just like this. And then we have the closing tag, which is this. Made mistake. Which is this. So a normal opening tag has less than H1, then greater than the mine, then this is being written. So we also have another way again, which is which tag has this? Let's use which tag okay, IMG, yes. Let's use the IMG. So the IMG tag is like this. That's the tag for elements for image. Sorry, don't worry. So element for image. So this one does not have closing tag. This particular element does not have closing tag. So we also have, I think there's another tag that I don't have. I think it's also IMG. That has both closing and opening tag. Okay, you can also use link. Okay, link to is the closing tag. Yeah. So something like this. So these are the three ways to write a particular element in HTML. So it either it has open and closing tag, or it has normal opening tag without closing tag, or it has a closing tag inside an opening tag like this. So there are many elements. So we'll start with the basic one. You can see this one has opening tag. This one has closing tag. This link has an opening tag. Does not have a closing tag. This one, same thing. Meta has an opening tag, does not have a closing tag. So HTML deals with opening and closing, deals with less than and greater than, and then with equals to. So inside here we have each one. So this is the text. Welcome to my website. Let's place this. So welcome to my website. It has a closing tag too. And this is it here. So you can see that each one element is big. It has a default size of I forgot how many pixels, but it has a very big default size. Each element is small, while each three element is smaller. So if you come to my
I have a question.
okay, yeah, what's your question?
So why welcome to my first website is big and the other one is small? How do you do it?
Okay, so where's my my guess code? So why this one is big and the other one is small? It's just normal standard HTML. So a H1 element, that's the heading. Heading one is the top big heading. So what this means, many people used to think it's because of size, but it's not because of size. Normal proper use case of all these H elements is because of this is a shall I say the top heading, this is subheading, and this is small heading, something like that. So you cannot use because of this has a big size, and then you drop it in the middle and say because of the size is big, I use it and like that. So why the thing is big is because of its default. Is the H1 element. So H1 element is meant to be big. If I have um, I didn't install this extension. Even if I install this extension, you see the reason why. They'll show you the JavaScript and the CSS code. Why is default like this? Why is made? Why is black and why is big like this? And why is now shift to the left, not in the middle and the rest of them. So H1 is big in size. H2 is a little bit bigger. That's just the default. Then if you keep going, if you keep going down, you see that I keep getting small to the lowest. So inside, so do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So inside this one I built, so I use here as the header because this is normally a header. So this is H1. The second one is my I think it's H3 I use. I still reduce the size too, sure. So this is the subheading, this is the main heading. So I cannot just come here and use because of I want this full name to be big and then I'll use H1. It's not proper. And then I'll now use CSS to tweak it. It's not proper. So what you use here is the P tag. So the P tag is it's paragraph elements. So so I'll write a comment here too. Perfect. It got me covered. Perfect. So you can see this paragraph will not show in the website. This heading, this one here, didn't show in the website because this is the comment. So this is just used to like maybe write notes or to send to for just somebody to read and the rest of them. What's happening here? So yes, okay. So you can see this is my paragraph. So paragraph is P. It has a closing tag too at the end. It has a P closing tag. So what does he do? Is just for you to just write a little paragraph, a note, a sentence, a word. You can see the difference between this and then this. This one is bold. This one is not bold. So a normal paragraph is not bold, and then it has a default small um font size. While this one is bold, and then have a very heavy font size. So that is the P tag for you. So we have different many other tags. Let's head to bottom. Help me and do. Okay, let's see. And I'll comment this one. Thank you. So this is another element, button. Let me see. So to write a button, 20%. So to write a button, I'm going to create a button tag, write the text you want the button to have inside, and then create then and sorry, I have a closing tag. So inside you can see click me. You can see nothing is happening. That's because the JavaScript is not inside. So if JavaScript is inside, so it acts like this website. You tell the HTML what to do. So I told this one to submit this and check if this is filled out. If all this thing is filled out, then submit. That's what I did here. So this button is still the same thing as this one button. Is okay, yeah. Same thing as this one button. The other one is not looking. This one is not looking pretty because of there's no CSS inside it. If there's CSS inside it, will be looking attractive and then pretty. So this is just the default button of HTML. So we have another one too that's just like button. We have the input. Oh, thank you for getting. Thank you. Input. So let me see. So you say it looks like. So these are inputs look like. So you can use it to input anything. We have different types of inputs. So inside here, that's what this type means. So this blue text inside this stuff. So it's like how will I put it? Okay, a or an element inside a inside an already existing element is called an attribute. So this is an attribute. So what this does, it tells you more about the element. So it tells you more about this input. So they have many types of attributes. So we have the type attribute. So what does it be? Tell the type of input this thing is. So let me show you. This is the text attribute. Many telling us that we can actually add text inside this our um inside our input. Sorry. We have phone number. Okay, I think it's just number. Yes, we have number. So it's telling us that we can add number inside here. So we have email. What is this thing called? So we have email attributes for type. So now we can add our email inside here. We also have password. Tells that we can add password here. So if you type, I think it will be shining like this. So we have this password stuff. You can now view. So that is the password. So we have address. We have a lot of things. Time. We also have dates. So we have okay. Let me put dates. Save. Not now. Don't worry. See, we can put our date. We can put calendar. We can select a date. I have time. So show us clock too. Save. Show us the clock. We want to set the time. So this input is just telling me just to collect information from the user. So I'll save this as name default. So there are many different types of attributes type for input. So this one is name. You can input our name. You can also use CSS to customize this input. You can make it to be beautiful, you can make it to be attractive, you can make it to be long, big, colorful, and the rest of them. You can also use JavaScript to animate it, or to also make the cursor change, or to make the what else can you even do? For example, if you type, you can maybe make the text big and rest of it. You can just make it interactive. Then use the JavaScript to make it interactive. So inside the next side, we have this placeholder. So what it does is it writes, so let's say text inside the input. So for example, now here we have enter your name. You can just put John Smith. I think that's the normal one everybody normally use, John Smith. So it's telling us that what you should put here is your name, something like John Smith, a full name. You can write, for example, if it's number you put, you can write 0 so specific number you want the person to put. It will come here like this. So it's just telling the person that hello, I want you to put this inside here. Okay, this should be text, sorry, not me. So I want you to put this inside here. I want you to put a name, so I want to put a number. If it's address, you write the address. If it's email, you write the email at google.com or this, or just write email, his phone number, his password you write. So this placeholder is just like a little invisible text that is telling the user what to type inside here. So I don't even understand this one. Input. So okay, we also have radio. I didn't tell you about radio. Radio. Radio is even more complicated, but yeah. Don't worry. Just leave it like this. Thank you. Video. So this is a video. Those buttons that I ask you to click, for example, maybe male or female, click between male or female. So this is video. Let me duplicate this stuff. Let me duplicate. Okay, so here now they don't have male or female. Let me write. Let me complete this stuff. No. Then I'll close the input for writing less than input. I write somebody. Then the next one female input. So if I save, can see here male or female. So then ask you to pick a male or female. So that is this. It's still the same input, but I changed the type to radio. So in JavaScript, you can also set it so that you can only pick only one. For this one, you can pick two. And then you can set it to pick only one. In CSS, you can set it to change the color, maybe give it a different color, but default color is blue. So the read default color is blue. So we'll set it back to normal name. And let me just leave it like this. So we also have another one, which is IMG. Okay, so this image, let me comment this one soon. Thank you. Image. So I commented image. So this image. So what this image does is for you to put interactive image inside your website. So you can put image. You also have video, the same thing as like image plus video. You know, come to my code. Okay, so this, let me remove this control for let me remove this control. So this image and video. So this is how to write an image tag. This is how to write a video tag. So this is how to write a video tag. So all this is also an attribute. All these blue stuff inside here are attributes. So attributes are inside an element. So this is an attribute. This out is an attribute. Source is an attribute. Control is an attribute. Placeholder is an attribute. And many attributes. Go down to our head. Can see an attribute too. So these are attributes. Name attributes. Rel attribute. Type attribute. So there are many attributes. So they now are an image. So this RC means source. So where is the image actually coming from? So where is the image actually coming from? This, sorry, don't mind this stuff. That is this. If you put this video tag, it will just generate this black stuff. So it's telling you where is the image from. The same thing with this video source. It's telling you where is the video from. So you can go to our web. Let me just search for cat. I'm looking for a cat image. Okay, let's use this one. So we can go here and then still. You can go here and copy the image from here. So we'll click here, copy image link, and then we'll come to our source and then post it. Let me remove this to and then post it here. And then paste it here. So this is the link. So we're telling this image that source this image from this link. So this link is like the address, and this out means alternative. So in case if the image didn't show, what do you want us to display? So I want you to display a cat, or just write here a cat. Take a cat is okay. A cat. So this alternative means in case maybe network or maybe the link is invalid or maybe the website that is giving the link from has issue or something like that. What will it show? So let's go back to our website. You can see the cat is here already. That is on our website. So this is how to put image in your website. So you just write img tag, write the src attribute, tell it where you want to get to the link from, and then you paste it there. You write out. So for example, now let's say I made mistake in my link. I removed this G. I made mistake in my link. Why is it still added it for me? Okay, so I made mistake in my link. Don't add it for me, don't worry. Okay. You just make mistake in my link. Let me just delete all those things. So I made mistake in my link. So this HTTPS is not there. Maybe I didn't copy everything and maybe I made mistake. And then I save it. You can see here, we have this side. Maybe you can see very well. So we have a broken image. This. So this is the broken. It's telling you that this image is broken or is not complete. Maybe the server is missing or maybe something wrong with the image. But what the image is supposed to show is a cat. That is this a cat that we wrote here. So this alternative means what the picture is supposed to show. That's if the picture is not going to show. It's supposed to show a cat out there. So if the picture is showing, the alternative will not be there. So let's fix. Okay, let me just save. So you can see the image is back. So the same thing with this video. So if we want, you can also add alternative to this video. Alt then equals to a video. So here you can write your source. You can go and look for a video from any place, maybe from YouTube, blah blah blah. Any place want to write look for a video. You find the same video. You come here and then paste it inside here, or type the link. Maybe if it's from your system, you can come to a particular place where your image is. For example, let me go to my picture. So for example, these are my image, and I want to use this particular image. Okay, let's say this empty-blocking. I want to use empty-blocking image in my website. So I'll come to copy part as this. So I'll copy the part as, and then I'll go back to my VS Code, and then I'll paste it here. Let me delete this one. Let me do it. Then I'll not paste it here. I'll not paste it here. So if I save and then come, okay, I think there is a mistake. CC user. I think this should be /. Thank you. So save and come. Okay. Let's do this way. Okay. I think the reason why I didn't go is because of security features. Another way to do it, I'll make it easy. Because what I just did, I just went to my local disk and then try to extract it from there. I think the Windows will just prevent it from reading. So I can just, let's say, create a folder here and name it image. So this is where all my image is going to be. And then I'll just copy it outside here. Boom. And I cannot copy it from here. Copy part. And I'll come to my code. And then paste it there. How is it missing? Okay. Then save. Oh, the same thing. Oh, there you go. Okay. Let's do it like this. Save. Perfect. So you can see it's here. What I just did is it's still the same thing. this what I just did, I deleted everything and leave this image. So these two dots means find this folder from the root. So this is the root. The name of the root is this intro to our HTML we created. So I tell you find this folder from the root. Inside the root, look for image, which is this image that we created. Once you open the image, you see this number 2020400. That is this 204000000.png. So that's the same thing that is there. So that's how to get a particular image from your system. So you just create an image folder where you will open your image. You can create a videos folder where you open your videos too. And then drop the particular video there. And right click it and then copy part and then paste it there. Also copy relative parts too. It's still the same thing and then paste it there to come. So video the same thing. Once you paste the video link. So let me just delete this. This black one here. So this I don't so this video one is still the same thing. So once you paste the video link here, it will tell the VS Code that is looking for this video in the certain and full store. Then this control means this control as seen here, this play, this volume, this maximize and this train. That was this control means. So it's just a default tool. If you remove the control and then save it will disappear. The video will be here, but you cannot pause, you cannot play, it will just be playing automatically. So if you leave the control, you can play, you can pause, you can increase the volume, you can skip, you can do the rest of them. And then our normal alternative, which is saying in case if the video did not play, just write a video that is supposed to be a video. So that is for image and video. So
Sorry,
you
I'm
don't
confused on
understand.
this video. No.
Okay, let me look for the videos in my laptop are very, very big. Let me use it as an example. Let's see videos. Oh, these ones are long. What is this recording? Okay, let's see the video. I think it's 14 MB. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll come to my VS Code. I'll create a folder. Create a folder. Name it video. So this is one my video. So in case you don't want to be doing video and image, you can do it like this to be organized. If you don't want to be organized, you can just name everything asset. So that's where your video, your image, all of them are going to be your profile, anything that you need. And just pick it from there. Maybe listen from data, so you can pick it from there. So to make it easy, we just name it video. So inside this video, I will copy this video there. So I've copied it here. What I'll do, I'll copy this part, copy relative part, and then go back to my code. This is my code. So let me delete this video tag and then start afresh again. So I'll write video element. So like this. So inside here, I'll write my SRC, where the video is going to come from. Write it, then I'll paste my link that I copied from here, from this video recording. So I'll paste it here. Paste. I think it's correct. Okay. Then you do dot dot. Okay, welcome. So you do dot dot slash, telling it that to get it from the roots, then video recording, then okay, let me just leave it like this for now. Let me delete. You can see the video is here. The video is here already. So I cannot do anything in this video because I didn't put control. So I'll come to this place and then type controls and save. And see video will start playing. And let me make it fun. So this is my website. See the video is playing. I can play. I can pause. I can mute and increase. I can make it full. I can remove it from being full. I can then do tree line. I can download. I can do play. So these are just the control. So that is just it with video. I don't know if you don't understand this one. You understand the video?
Yeah.
Perfect. I can close it for now. Okay, so that is it for the video. So which other tag am I missing again? Okay, we have very, very important tag. This tag is very, very useful for people that are actually doing CSS, which is the div element. Yeah, let's do it like this. No, this class. Okay. Oh, so the div element. So what a div is a box. Okay, let me just say it's a container. It's a container where you can wrap a Flare HTML inside. So for example, you want to have, okay, let me go back to my website, this website. So for example, now you want to have all these things inside one stuff. So this box now is like a div. This square box where all these things is contained is like a div. So a div is very, very important and very, very useful in many, many ways. Many people need to use this to do many things. And div is just like, let's say, the miracle in HTML. You can use div to do a lot of things. You can also even use div to create a button. You can use div to create not an image. You can use div to also create a container. You can use div to do many, many things. So inside, okay, let me do this. Let me inspect this website. Perfect. So what this thing does is telling you how the website is being made and what the website is being compromised of. So it's for developers. So you want to, okay, let me show you how to navigate. If you want to go there, you just click on inspect. You have the shortcut, but I've forgotten the shortcut. So you click on it, actually 10%. Trust them. This is don't for me. I don't do a trick. This is enough for it. I'm about to do it. Okay. So you want to navigate to inspect. So you just right click the website that you want to inspect and click on inspect. That's where it's not show you how the website is being made. It will show you where the website, just show you everything about the website. I know you cannot finish up. You can also even edit the website. So inside it, you can change stuff, you can learn from there, you can do a lot of things from there. So inside here, it's good to tell you how the website is being made. So here you can see the heading. So here is the div. You can see it contains all this stuff inside here. Is a div. Inside this div, there's still another div. Let me look for it. See it here. There's still another div inside here. I think this one to have his own div, another div again. So the div is used to contain this full name and this inputs together. So this is like container to hold two things together. So this is another div. This is another div again. So this one have his own div. This one have his own div. And I think these two have his own div to hold both of them. So this has his own div. This one have his own div. Then we have a div to hold all these ones together. We have a div to hold everything together. So the div is just a container. You can put a container inside a container and inside the container that has another container, that kind of thing. So I don't know how complicated this one is, but it's not that complicated. So this that div is. So div. This is how to write a div. So this div is a container. So I can put a h1 inside here. H1 elements. I see hello world. Let me go back to my. So what I did here is that I wrap this H1 inside this div. So this div is like a container. So I put all this thing inside the container. So let me just make it easy. So it will be like this. So this is how the thing is. So this stuff is inside this container. So I can also put this, I can also put all these things inside another container. So I can create a div and say this one is another div. So I want this div to have, I want this div to contain this div. So this one div contain all these things. Why this one div contain this one inside here? So I don't know, do you understand this one? This one is very tricky, but it's very, 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 very important.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So it's just a container used to wrap other elements inside it. So here now, you can just like how a board is used to wrap everything inside the system. That's how this div. So inside the div, we have span, SPN. So span. So span is like div, but it just used to wrap a inline text, just a line text like this. So this is what span does. Why div is used to wrap big stuff. So from here to here, why span is also just to contain it's just a inline text, it's just a straight text. So most people don't use span or just use div very, very well. So what else again I'm missing? Okay, yeah. Another one we have is the anchor tag. That is the A tag. So the A tag. This one is a very, very special one too. So A tag is used to create link. For example, those websites that you have link that will if you click the link, they will tell you to it's navigate to another link. That kind of thing. Just like this one I made too. I put a tag here. You can see here has this place. How will I how will I show you this guys? Yeah. Yeah. So if you see up here, you see after under color, this white stuff that just popped up now. You can see the name of the tag I use. So here is a tag, here is span, here is div, here is h1. So here is a tag. So if you click this, it will navigate you to our WhatsApp group. So this is a tag. So I put it so it take it to another to a website. So that is a tag here. So a tag is used to take you to navigate to another website. So how to create the a tag? Let me start afresh. So you start with A, you start with href. That is where's the link? Which link do you want it to navigate you with? So you can just write Google HTTPS is to SQL slash as to google.com. So I got it right.
www.google.com.
Thank you. Thank you. I got confused. Thank you. It's www.google.com. Thank you. So yeah, warning me. Oh, let me close it. Sorry. So you can now close. So this is how to write it. Then inside you can now write the text. Maybe just say visit Google. It's like as it said, visit Google. You want me to put this list? So this href is where you write the link, just like this source. You can write the link where this is going to navigate you with. This one is looking for the source. This one is looking for the particular link. It is telling you a link. So you can see here now it came up with visit example. So this target blank. Okay, I'll explain this one later. Let me delete it. Okay, let me delete it. So here we have visit Google. So this visit Google, see it here. That's the visit Google. We have our closing tag here. So what this thing means is that if you click this now, it will direct us to Google. You see. So you click it direct us whatever link we put there, go to direct us to that side. So we have the attributes for that. So if you click target, so target is equals to, so we want to set it to blank. Um, to blank. So what this thing means is that if you click this website to create a separate tab for you, instead of everything to open in this website, create a separate tab for you. Just like now, I click it, generate the tabs from another tab for me. So if I remove this blank and I save it, and I click it, you see it will create a separate tab. It's that same tab in our website. So in case if you're opening any website and you just identify all these things, just you know that okay, this is what this type is to do. This is what this thing has a header, this thing has a H1 element, this thing have input and the rest of them. So if open normal website, for example, let's go to this. Let's use this one. It's Wikipedia. If you go to Wikipedia now, if you saw this thing now, because of you already know HTML, all these things will be easy for you to read. So once you see it, you know that okay, this is an image. This should be the logo. So this will be the image. So this big cat here will be H1 element. So all these ones that are shining blue, the anchor tag, that is A element. So that we just did now. If you click it, they take you to a link. So all these blue ones are anchor elements. Or you can see your image tag here, img. That's where all these images are showing. So for the thing to have this square like this, it means that this image, all this here is inside a div. So what else again? But that's just that website is not even make up with so many difficulties. Just all this important stuff that just come together. So this image tag, these should be H1 or H2 elements. This should be another H1 or H2 elements. This is A element for showing link. Then looking for input. This thing is long. Okay, so no, they didn't use inputs here. So this sound audio, you can also do an audio. So you click audio. So audio too is almost the same thing as the video. So you just write audio tag. Then the same thing, it will tell you where the source control. So this is audio, the same thing. So this audio, all of them is inside a div to hold all these things together. You can see that to make a website is very, very easy. You just need just this basic important stuff, and then it's going to be easy. So let's still continue. So I think that is the most important element right now. I'm talking about. I think these ones are important.
So I have a question. Oh.
Okay, yeah. What's your question?
Okay. This target blank. Like, is there any specific reason of separating the reason from the main this is your own website? Like, is there a reason, or is it just there, like just added it there? Don't know. Is there a reason?
Okay, okay. I understand. Okay, so I'm trying to say the reason why this target blank is here. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, yes. Like, is there a specific reason?
Okay, yeah. So there's a specific reason. So for example, now you don't want the user to leave your website, like to close the website entirely. So let me go to this. Okay, this one I left it. Okay, yeah. So for example, now maybe my website is a shopping mall. So you're here to buy stuff and the rest of them. And then you see visit to Google, and then you click it. I don't want my website to close and then open this Google inside still this my same website. So for example, now if this again blank is not there, let me save. And this is the e-commerce shopping mall website. So for example, maybe you're browsing and do something, and then you see a link. If you click it to force you to open a website inside that already existing website tab or browser that you already opened, instead of generating another one. So this one is important. So that without it, if for example you want to navigate to a page or maybe a website that is still your website. Maybe um okay, let me how will I do this now? Okay, let me say okay, let's do this like this. Let's just say page two. Maybe this is the page one, maybe it's the e-commerce or a book website, or maybe I want you to go to payment or maybe payment section, or maybe I want you to I don't know something that is still about my website. I just want to stay on my website. You can just click on this page two. Now open page two of my website, maybe a payment section, or maybe a section for about my website or something like that. To still be inside my website. But if I want to redirect it to another website without closing my website, then I'm going to include that target blank. So it's very, very important so that your website won't be, let's say, which removed from the tab. So I click it, instead of me to let me go back. Instead of it to like remove it from my existing website already, it will just open another tab. Okay, I didn't save it. Sorry. It's correct. Yeah. So I click it. Instead of it to open another, instead of it to remove my website and then reload it to my website, to just open another one. How is it opening? Very blank.
Okay, I understand now. I understand. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So that what it means. So the same thing. Yeah, so that what it means. So the same thing. So that's just it. So it's used to just open it's another page. So I think they have another one apart from this blank. But this is just the common one we normally use. It's blank. This is normal one normally use. Either you use blank or you don't use blank. So that is just it. So I don't know if there's any other element, important element that I'm missing out. I don't think so. I think those are the very, very important elements we are missing out. So on our next class, we actually talk about CSS. We dive very, very, very much CSS. And from there, I'll actually introduce Tailwind. I'll introduce Next.js and React. I'll just touch them basics. But it's going to be all about CSS, how to add color, create text, edit image, placements, how to push an element to the edge, how to make an element stay up. Then when I use Tailwind, that is very, very easy, a very, very easy way to write with Tailwind. Okay, see it. With Tailwind CSS. So it's an easy way to write CSS. So if you to write long CSS, it's just very, very, very easy. To just make it very, very easy. You just write to just be like, where is my image? Just be like red 500. You want red to be 500. Then you can now say you want the background to be changed to red or something like that. It won't be it's this one to be more easier. But many people used to get confused in CSS because the thing is very, very vast, it's very, very big. So I just go to use Tailwind to make it easy, to short it down to be very easy. Then use CSS to cover up. So I don't know if anybody have any question.
No, not at all. I understood everything.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Perfect. I don't know if that okay, sure. It's still okay. So hopefully on Saturday by God's grace, maybe within the week, I'll still drop information how we're going to do it. So we're going to dive into CSS part because I want us to start building websites, just start creating websites immediately. So these ones are not that HTML are not very, very difficult. It's just very easy. So CSS and JavaScript are very, very complicated. So I want us to tackle that one very, very well. This one, once you just know the tag and then know what the tag is used for, you can then know how to use it. But CSS and JavaScript, that one requires logic very, very well. you might do it, it might not even work because maybe a particular CSS, maybe because of a particular CSS that you're not supposed to use is there. Maybe because of a particular yeah, because a particular CSS you're supposed to use is not supposed to be there or something like that. So CSS and JavaScript is very, very difficult, but we'll still break it down small, small. So I think we'll call this AD. I'll still drop the recording. I'll still drop this text. How will I do this text? First, I should just copy on. Just copy it on paste. So I'll still drop this text in case you want to use the text and maybe navigate. So what I just want you to do is just to head into websites. Just play with website. Check some websites. Two things is either you check how they are being. Just use your mind and be like, okay, this is a p tag. This is a heading. This is a button, an input button. So this is a link. One of this is a link. Where is that link? Okay, this one is a link. Rest of them a tag. So you can just do like that, or you can do inspect and then
I
see how the
remember the
website.
BEM,
Yes.
this flyer you posted is 18th and 19th. The location,
Okay, 19 or 19 location.
where is the location of the program?
That one we're still working on that one. We'll get the location very soon.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah. So we're still working on that one. We're still working on that one. We'll still give you
Okay.
information very soon. Mm.
Is
So you
it
can go
is
to
it
this.
that physical class you guys talked about our last
Yes,
class?
yes, it's the physical one we talked about in our last class.
Okay.
It's that one. I was still working towards time and then date. So when time and date is fixed, we'll let you know.
Time and location.
And location, sorry. Yes, when time and location is fixed, we'll let you know.
I have a
Yeah.
question.
Okay, yeah, what's your question?
Okay. How we were talking about what about if you want to share like a code with someone, like let's just say when we are talking, instead of copying the code, because normally what I just did was copy the code and paste it on WhatsApp, then forward person and person then will copy that and go to use our own coding app, something like that. But how about if you don't want to do it like that, like you just want to like forward it to someone to inspect on it, something like that.
Okay, yeah. So we have should I even say a language for it? So we have Git. So you just install it in your laptop. So Git is, should I say, is a language that can help in organizing your code, moving your code from one place to another. You just help in organizing and moving your code. So, for example, if I want to share this code now, I'll just come to my terminal from here. Now, flow from Git and then type the code, necessary code, and then share it to my GitHub. From my GitHub, you can then collect. So the Git is also linked to GitHub. I'll still explain this because I still have section about GitHub. So GitHub is where you can store your code and then show. So from here, so once you link it to your GitHub, you can now once you link this your VS Code to your GitHub, see it here. I don't know. So I link mine. Once you link yours to your GitHub, you can type a specific code that will copy this entire thing to your GitHub. So your GitHub is now going to be like a link. So I can search Adonai dot git. I think it's like dot GitHub. It will bring something like this. So once I tap it, it will take you to the person's GitHub. So you can either copy the code from there, you can import the code to your VS Code. So I don't know if you understand, or is it complicated for you?
I understand. Yeah, it's
Yes.
easier.
Yes, it's easier like this. So you just need to just download Git, install Git. So we have install for Windows like this. So you select your own. You also install it using PowerShell too. That's command prompt. You can install it in normal installation. So once you download and install it, then you create your GitHub account. So it's free. You create it and that. Then you now connect your GitHub to your VS Code. Or if you're using any other editor, you just connect it to the and that's all. You can now type
Okay.
the code to edit it.
Okay.
Mm. Yeah.
Code.
So I don't
So
know if they
um, sign
yes.
into Visual Code because I normally see sign into Visual something like that. Do I need to use it must? Is it more like a must or I don't know if there's
Okay,
anything.
this is sign it to Visual Code. This is sign it to Visual Code.
Yeah.
This is it for Visual Code to sign into Visual Code.
Yes, the Visual Code because there is a place you like you see a sign in something like
Yes.
that. Oh
Yes.
yes.
It's not
Yes, you
actually
have to sign.
yeah, you have to sign. It's not actually a must if you're not doing anything. Maybe you just want to just learn or something. But if you want to do websites or something, you have to sign in. Because if you sign in, that's when this is going to link your GitHub and then your normal account are going to link together. Then in terms
Okay.
of saving and the rest of them,
Okay.
and it's good, it's good to sign in. So you can just sign in. It's important. So.
Okay, because I'm just using it just like that, just practicing something, but I didn't sign. I
Okay.
don't know it here. I don't know what.
You can still sign in, sure. You can still sign in. It's still okay. You can still sign
Okay.
in. Mm.
Okay. Right.
Okay. So I don't know. So I'll copy this GitHub so that you guys won't GitHub, then Git, then what else again? The extension you can download Tailwind CSS, Prettier, and then let me write this thing down so I won't forget.
Lifesaver.
Yes, live server. Live server. Live server, Prettier, then GitHub, code edition. Extension. Then here, and so GitHub, then Git. And what else again? Tailwind. Yes, yes, yes. I think that's all. Is there another? Okay, yes. Node.js. Just Node. Yeah, this one too is important to download. This Node.js. Node.js. I think that's all this one. So this one is so that you can run your JavaScript in your laptop as a whole. So you want to run Python, you need to download Python. You want to run, so this one is JavaScript. So you want to run JavaScript, and then you have to download Node.js.
Mhm.
Mm. I think now I'll just drop some the bit. So these stuff are just the important stuff to get. So GitHub, Git, create a GitHub account, then you download and create Git, then Node.js. I think that's all. So is there any other question?
No.
No, no.
Okay. So we'll call it a day, and then we'll see by
On
this week
Saturday.
that just goes. Yes, on Saturday. See on Saturday that just goes.
All right. Thank you so much. You've
Okay,
been
you're welcome. I really appreciate it. I thank you guys for
really
coming.
appreciate. I really enjoyed the class.
And thank you. I appreciate so much. So basically, we'll still see you guys. Often I'll still drop
All
small information in the group chat too, sure.
Okay, remember to send the recording, oh.
Yes, yes, yes. I will. I will. I will.
All
Okay,
right,
so
good
thank
night.
you. Anna, good night. Have a lovely night. Okay.
What for good night?
Yeah, good night. Good night.
Yeah, good night, Emmanuel.
No, no problem, though. Thanks, though.
You're welcome.
Mm.